Hey guys, my name is Pronounce. Welcome to the Movie Geek channel. I'm here to do another movie review. And the movie I'm going to review that is Transformers: The Last Night. Apparently this is Michael Bay's last film to direct a Transformer film. Which my reaction would be like this. Yes! 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 Oh, yes! And you know this movie starred with Mark Wahlberg, Laura Haddock, and Anthony Hopkins, Isabelle Moner, and ton of actors in it who wants paycheck basically. And I was going in with this movie with an open mind and knowing that yes, this is the 5th film of the Transformer franchise, and it's getting old and repetitive and getting much worse progressively each year when they release a movie. I love the first movie. The first movie is the only good movie that's part of the franchise, but the second one got worse, the third one got even worse, and the fourth one got even much worse than you think. And now we're going to the 5th movie, and this is different. Now we have a new creative writing team, but same director. But apparently this is his last film to direct a Transformer film, so it got me like very optimistic a little bit for the next Transformer movie that's coming up in the near future. So I was going in with my open mind and going in with low expectations and knowing that yes, it's another Transformer movie in the summer blockbuster. You know they're gonna make a lot of money in the box office. Now we're gonna talk about my pros and cons and overall thoughts on this movie. So my pros: the visual effects look great. The story is good, but not as good as the first movie. There's some enjoyable factor in this movie, and the cinematography looked good. Now we're going to the cons. So yeah, I have a lot of cons in this movie, and before we go to the cons, I thought this movie was okay, but still, this movie is a mess, and it's still a bad movie / okay movie. I'm still thinking about this movie, and let's go right to the cons. The first cons I want to talk about is that we gain the same types of tropes that we get in each of the sequels for Transformers, that every time we see this movie, they focus the human way too much on the film, overshadowing the Transformers. I wanted to go into this movie to see a Transformer movie, not a human character movie that's called Transformers. I don't want that. This is the biggest problem in the movie, that we don't care about the human characters. They're not interesting, they're not important, and we don't care. We only want to see Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Hot Rod, the Hound, you know, all the Autobots basically. I want to see them instead of the humans characters. The only human character that stand out that is Kate Yeager, who portrayed by Mark Wahlberg, and that is it. This is the only interesting character that I care about. The rest are useless, underdeveloped, not interesting characters, and I don't care about them. They introduced like 4 new characters in this movie, and I don't care any of them, the characters in this movie. That is a shame, because usually I love going to movies. I want a movie to have a good story and a good character development. This movie had none of that, and it was just boring and repetitive and just not interesting characters. The other cons, this is my biggest problem in the movie, that the action of the film is so overblown and so over the place. It's a mess, and you cannot tell what they're doing or what they're seeing or what their plan is. I have no idea what they plan to stop for the third act of the movie. It's just the action is just over the place. It's just bam 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 there. It's over in their face. And this is one of the biggest problems from Michael Bay's direction. And just the direction alone is awful. It looked like Michael Bay doesn't know what they're doing making this movie. It feels like when he read the script, he doesn't know what the plot of this movie. He doesn't know what's going on in this movie, and it feels like he never watched Mad Max Fury Road. Mad Max Fury Road is one of the best examples how to do action done right. This is a movie that the action that is gone wrong, and just the explosion is just still fireworks. It's fireworks. Every time I see a Transformers movie, the explosion is always fireworks. It's just sparkling fireworks. That's not the explosion that I remember back in the day that used to be in awesome explosions. And Michael Bay, I like some of his movies back in the day. I like The Island. I like The Rock. I enjoy Armageddon, but this is probably his worst film next to Age of Extinction and When Children Fallen. And yeah, the action was overblown. Too much CGI. It's just in your face. And you can tell throughout the whole movie, you got the Michael Bay touch all over on this movie. You can tell by his signature explosion, by his signature camera movement or action scenes, or even the dialogue alone. The dialogue was god awful. Speaking of dialogue, the jokes did not land whatsoever. There's two couple of jokes that did laugh, and that is it. The rest is crude humor, which I don't appreciate, and some joke that did not land, and it just was not funny. They think it was funny on paper, but as the audience, it's not funny. And it's continue one of the problem in every Transformers sequels. This is the same formula that I've seen from The Revenge of Fallen, Dark on the Moon, and Age of Extinction. So we get a group of humans. There's some history or expedition, and you can stop this and end the world. And there's always a MacGuffin throughout the movie. There's an Allspark, the Matrix of Leadership. There's the Pillars, the Seed, and now the Merlin Staff. It's becoming repetitive and repeat all over and over and over again. This is why I love original movies, because they're different and unique. This one, I've seen them before from the Transformers sequels, and I've seen them, and it's becoming repetitive. I'm so tired of those things. And my other cons, this is the big one. The second half of the movie was so boring, and it's basically expedition all along. While I'm watching the movie, I seen some little kids going into the restroom, and I was thinking, oh yeah, they're bored because of this talking scene. I just want to get into the Transformer stuff, not the humans, expedition. And just, oh, I need to tell you the history of that the Transformers been around here for a long time. I don't want that. I want a Transformer action movie. I grew up with the original show, the reruns, obviously. They were amazing because they're all about Transformers. They're all about Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. And here it's all about the humans and expedition. It's just so boring and just not interesting at all. There's some plot about a Transformer lore I thought was very interesting. The rest about the expedition, not interesting. It's the editing. The editing in this movie seems off. It seems very familiar from another movie that I saw, I believe 2 years ago, that's Suicide Squad. It had the same problem. The editing just seemed chop, and they keep the scene too long. It just needs to be cut, and it's just the editing seems off. And also, one of the biggest problems is that they use repetitive and they use it over and over again is the military subplot. I'm tired of that thing. That needs to be stopped. And also, while watching this movie, I don't know what the whole plot of this movie is. That's one of the things in the movie that is so minor. Big problem is that the story does not make sense. Either the plot doesn't make any sense whatsoever, and I have no idea what the movie is about. And it's just, the writing is awful, but I like the story aspect of the movie, but the writing, the dialogue, the script, it's not good. Because it doesn't make any sense whatsoever throughout the whole movie. What I think about this movie throughout the whole movie, when I'm watching this movie, I just realized, yeah, this is a movie to sell toys, to sell merchandise, to get all the money in the world that Paramount wants. And yes, we're getting a sequel, we're getting a Bumblebee solo movie, we're getting the Cybertron origin movie. And it's becoming more repetitive. I want new story for Transformers. No more human character. I want a focused movie on Transformers alone. I don't want any humans who, hey Optimus, I need your help. I want to see a movie. I want to see a different Transformers movie that deals the struggles about Transformer, how to survive in the Earth. And I want that instead of having humans in this movie. That's one of my biggest problems in the movie. Yeah, that's my cons to this movie. You can tell there's a lot of cons to this movie. And I was thinking hardly about this movie what should I grade this? I have no idea. My mind is boggling about how bad / okay movie. This is better than Age of Extinction. There's some aspect in the movie that I did enjoy, but all in all, this is an awful movie for what it is. Just alone, the script was awful, the dialogues awful, the human characters were unforgettable, and forgettable, but not very interesting at all. The action is just overblown, too much. This was too much in my head, and it's just, yeah, it was bad / okay movie. What should I give this a movie a grade? Age of Extinction, I gave it around like 5.5 out of 10 stars. And here, I'm gonna give this movie 6.5 out of 10 stars. You can tell that The Last Night is better than Age of Extinction, but not as good as the first Transformers movie. And you can tell The Revenge of the Fallen is below that, and The Dark of the Moon is below that. And it's just, at least the runtime is shorter than the other Transformers movie. Thank God. I bet this movie gonna make a lot of money. I just know that this movie gonna crush on the box office because it's Transformers. All the fans are going to see this movie, and I got to see this movie because I'm a Transformers fan. I loved the show as a kid, the first Transformers movies, and ever since then I've seen all the Transformers sequels in theaters, and hopefully, and I know this is confirmed, this is Michael Bay's last film to direct a Transformers film, which is the sound of heaven right there. Like, yes, no more Michael Bay Transformers movies. No more cliches, no more stupid annoying characters, no more cool humor that doesn't work at all. No more overblown action that is not action. Just like Mad Max. Mad Max is the definition of action movie done right. And it's just, yeah. I would say that I did not like this movie. I would just say it's just a meh. And it's just a mess. The movie is all over the place. It's a mess. And it's just an okay / bad movie. And I think some little kids are going to enjoy this movie. But I didn't. There's some aspect of the movie, some smart parts I did enjoy. But, yeah. I hope you enjoy this movie review. And I'll see you guys next time.